simulation lab that we use.
Yeah, info. Alright. Your side.
37 position though, and we have Vision. Now Vision is known as a tryhard and also a meme pickaxe, which I think is really cool. Obviously with the simplistic design and the darker color theme, it will definitely make it a tryhard pickaxe. But then you also have this big glowing cartoon eye right in the middle of the shovel head, which definitely makes it a meme pickaxe. Let's move forward to the number 36 position, and we have the Frostbite Cane. There aren't too many pickaxes that fit that icy theme, but I think this is one of the best. It would be really cool to see some other ice-themed pickaxes added to the game over the near future, especially since the Winterfest update is happening right now. I still think this is so underrated. If it was an item shop pickaxe instead of a pickaxe that you got from a bundle, I think this would be a lot more popular. One pickaxe though that you guys will know as a very underrated pickaxe is the Frozen Axe and the Crimson Axe. Now these are designed for the Red Knight and the Frozen Knight. Both of these pickaxes are super clean, but the only bad thing is they aren't really too common in Fortnite right now. Because they do have such a simplistic design, not too many people are going to go out of their way to spend a lot of V-Bucks on them, and unfortunately these pickaxes do cost quite a bit. I still think they are so worth it, and if you guys own these pickaxes, make sure you start using them. That takes us to the number 34 position, guys, and we have Chop Chop. That takes us to the number 34 position though, and we have the Chop Chop pickaxe. The Chop Chop is a Battle Pass pickaxe introduced during Chapter 2 Season 7. I am a massive fan of this pickaxe. I think it looks really cool. It would have been awesome though to have an edit style for this that took this sort of leather covering off. That is why I think the old chopper is a little bit better, but still the Chop Chop is a very good pickaxe. Let's move forward though to the Gum Roller. If there is one pickaxe in Fortnite that is a meme pickaxe, this would definitely be it. It was released with the Chapter 3 Season 1 Battle Pass. The design is for the Gumbo skin, which is one of the biggest meme skins available right now, and this is definitely a meme pickaxe. I don't think we'll see too many sweats using this pickaxe, especially in competitive game modes, but I think we will be seeing a lot of people using this in the normal modes of Fortnite. Moving forward to the number 32 position, we have the Stun Rod. This was one of the last pickaxes added to the game in Chapter 2, and also one of the coolest. It has a really simplistic design, but then it also gets this awesome electric glow around it, which I think is really cool. I think this pickaxe deserves to be a lot more popular than it is right now, because this is without a doubt one of my favorite pickaxes at the moment. Another very underrated pickaxe is the Hot Dogger. This was also one of the last pickaxes added to the game in Chapter 2. It looks really clean. It is going to look good on all of your favorite skins. which makes it that much cooler. I mean, on its own, you probably wouldn't pay 950 V-Bucks for it, but the fact that you got this with so many other amazing items definitely made it worth it. Let's move forward, guys, and we have the kunai pickaxes. These are the pickaxes designed for the Naruto skin and were added towards the end of Chapter 2. These definitely aren't as popular as I first thought they would be, but I'm sure when Naruto and the rest of Team 7 do feature in the item shop again, a lot more people will be buying them. Let's move forward to the number 22 position, guys, and we have the Rainbow Carver. This is without a doubt one of the best designed pickaxes we have ever seen. It was designed for the Scuba Crystal skin, which is really, really sick. There might not be a whole lot of skins that you can actually use this pickaxe with, which might be the only limitation for it. But again, if you still are using any of the Hollow Thief skins from Chapter 2 Season 4, or just a rainbow skin in Fortnite, then this is the pickaxe you want to be using. Let's move forward to the number 21 position, and we have Race Quarterstaff. This is one of the best Star Wars pickaxes in the game. I'm just so upset that we never got lightsabers as pickaxes. I guess that would be so overpowered though. I think everyone would be using lightsaber pickaxes, especially if they had customizable options. But anyway, I still think Race Quarterstaff is a very good choice for a simplistic pickaxe, and it's going to look really good with all of your favorite skins as well. That takes us to the number 20 position, and we have the Studded Axe. This is a pickaxe that all of the pros in Fortnite own, so if you guys are a sweaty Fortnite player or you are a Fortnite pro, then this is the pickaxe you need to be using. It is known as the quietest pickaxe in the game, and it also has a very clean design. Coming in at the number 19 position though, we have Michonne's Katana. This is one of my favorite katanas in the game. I think it is such an amazing pickaxe. It has a really, really cool design, and the fact that it also came with a Walking Dead crossover made it that much better. I really like this. I think it deserves to be so much more popular, but again, because it is a crossover pickaxe, it doesn't really feature in the item shop that often. That takes us to the number 18 position though, and we have the Combat Knife. This is one of the smallest pickaxes I think we will ever see in the game. It is a little bit more expensive than some of the other pickaxes on the list, but I think this is a pickaxe that we will see a lot of people using in 2022.
Conventional wisdom says it's good to know. At Intellius, we aim to keep you informed. Know before you go with Intellius.
Hey there, I hope you're going to join LG at CES. We've been working together to help you live a better life. This past holiday season.
List, but I think this is a pickaxe that we will see a lot of people using in 2022. Let's move forward to the number 17 position, and we have Driver. There isn't really too much I need to say about Driver. It is a very try-hard pickaxe that only costs 500 V-Bucks, that takes us to the number 16 position, guys, and we have the Snow Plower. Now, this is a brand new pickaxe that was added with Winterfest this year, and this is a free pickaxe that you can get from opening presents. I really like this. I'm expecting this to not only be extremely popular at the end of 2021, but also throughout 2022. The fact that this will be a limited time only pickaxe as well just makes it that much cooler. But let's move forward to the number 15 position, and we have Catwoman's Grappling Claw.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Cypher. Today we got a different kind of video. We are going to be putting together the worst and best guns in Fortnite into a tier list. If you guys enjoy this type of videos, make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button. I do want to... Poison traps. Like, I've gotten my fair share of poison trap kills, but these things just did not live up to the hype. When they announced a new trap, I was really excited, but I was really disappointed. These things were just really obnoxious to go against. They were just... I would say it's just bad. I'd just say it was just bad. Not useless, but bad. Especially because the traps are just so much better. This was the missile launcher where you threw it and then like a barrage of missiles came down. It was very interesting, but overall people can just move 2 steps out of the way and avoid it. I'm going to put this in the useless category. Attention! Rockets! Airstrike coming here! In this one area where there's smoke coming out, get out of the area to avoid the airstrike. Useless. Useless. original boom bow? Is this what I'm looking at? Original boom bow? Original boom bow was OP. Honestly, it was OP. This thing used shotgun shells, so you always had ammo for it. It was OP. I cannot believe that they made the mythic version useless, but the original boom bow was OP. I'm just gonna leave it OP. I might move it up depending on how the tier list looks moving forward, but we'll see. The P90 is OP. It is OP. Even after the nerf, man, strong. It's gotta be better than the normal SMG, obviously. It's OP. So annoying when someone just runs into your box with a P90. And the original P90 would have been OP Super Plus Plus. When it first launched, you guys remember those clips with Daquan holding like 5 P90s? Rapid fire. No, wait, this is a burst SMG, right? Dude, the burst SMG was useless. No, honestly, it was trash. It was trash. It wasn't just useless, it was trash. A burst SMG, the point of the SMG is to put constant pressure on your opponents, and this thing was like... It's like, okay, the burst SMG is literally the rapid fire, but it's jammed, and it only shoots 3 bullets at a time. It was trash. It was trash. The fireworks, like, I've seen some, you know, I made a tips and tricks video with this thing, but honestly, it's somewhere down here. It's useless or trash. Like, what are you thinking, chat? I think it's more in the useless category, because it really is just a useless weapon, right? Yes, it's trash as well. It doesn't necessarily, okay, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is better than this. These two are just interchangeable, alright? There's useless and then there's trash. I think this was more of a useless item. And like, we'll save the trash for items that could have been something great, but were terrible. I forgot about this one. You threw it and it blew up or something? Not very memorable. Let's just put it in just the bad. It was the homing, yeah, so it followed people, like it tracked people at 50 damage. You can stack them on the boxes and blow people up, but anybody who was willing to stay in a box was not a player that you needed to spend that much time killing. Anyways, maybe they were average. Just don't have the most memories with this thing. Let's just play it safe and put it in the average category, okay? I don't think anyone's gonna cry about that. What were these called again? Sticky nades? I forgot. These things used to be OP plus, because you used to be able to throw 2 of them on a wall and then break the wall and instantly do 200 damage. Then they nerfed them, but they were still pretty overpowered.
Even close my eyes and
they
I
were
hope
bugged. You guys remember that clip of me sticking the person and then it blows up and they didn't do any damage, and then I stuck them again and then it blows up and it doesn't do any damage, and then they kill me and I start punching the chair? Jack, you gotta get that clip for this part. After I made the video about them being broken and not blowing up, they actually removed them the next day and they were gone. Combat shotgun! Oh boy, this thing, man. And people all the time, they say, oh, the combat shotgun wasn't that good in the beginning, and then people got good with the combat shotgun, and then everyone thought it was good. So maybe the charge shotgun is gonna have the same story. It wasn't that good in the beginning, and then people got good. No, the combat shotgun wasn't bad in the beginning. It was just broken. It was bugged. It was doing the wrong headshot damage. You guys remember that clip with Daquan testing out? It was just broken. Once they fixed it, bro, this thing was ridiculous. If you didn't have this gun, you were losing the fight. If you had a tag or a pump, even when they brought the pumps back, overpowered plus, strongest shotgun to have ever existed. Honestly, I've seen so many variations of the hunting rifle, not hunting rifle, the hunting bow, or whatever you want to call it. Bro, they were all trash. They were all trash. It was so hard to hit with these things. Trash. And let's just do a favor right here. Trash. Tactical AR. I honestly think this gun was pretty useful, especially competitive, because it used light ammo. Wasn't the strongest close range or long range gun, but it was like a hybrid. There was a medium range where it was super useful. But really,
don't you be a meanie, that's the one.
But really, the big point of this gun was that it used light bullets and could be used as an AR. We're doing this overall is an above average gun. Would not mind having it back. Double barrel shotgun. You only had 2 bullets, but this thing could do 100 plus damage with its body shot. You know, great memories with this gun. I've seen some cool clips from players like Nate Hill, double shotgun type of situation. They were just average, honestly. And if you got like the legendary dualies or whatever, like it's just at the very least they were better than this piece of crap right here. But the Deagle, man. Okay, so when it could one-shot wooden builds, it was OP plus, bro. This thing, you had to have it. You had to have it. You could use it as a double shotgun. You shoot your pump, you shoot your deagle, you shoot your pump, you shoot your deagle. Some of the best players in the game use that really, really well. But unfortunately, man, it had its fault, right? Well, I guess fortunately, because it was OP. It had its fault. It couldn't one-shot builds anymore. I think it was just a great gun, because I remember in the hands of control players, when you could L2, these guys would just L2 100, medium, close, long range, just 100, and really accurate players on my skateboard could also do the same thing. Honestly, I'm looking at the guns that are in the above average category. I think it is just above average, because I'm looking at it and I'm kind of comparing it to the infantry, the Scar. I don't think it's fair to put it in the same category as these. Dynamite, pretty bad, because we've had guns that we've had clingers, we've had C4. Dynamite were just like a really weak version, and you could hear it from a mile away. It took them forever to explode. Meowful's pew rifle. So this would be a great gun if it was something you just found, like if it was a normal gold AK, but it wasn't. You had to land in the freaking yacht in the middle of nowhere to get this gun. So I'm just gonna put it, because it's mythic and it wasn't that great, I'm just gonna put it in the above average category. It had its moments, it did solid damage, but the fact that you had to land at the yacht, you had to defeat, you know, Meowsles, but I still grabbed it sometimes and I still did some damage with it. It's just really inaccurate gun. It wasn't good close range. People were saying average, yeah, but the thing is, like, think about where we're putting this with. Like, you don't want to put it with the dualies and then just like the nerf tack and this battering. It just doesn't make sense. I think above average is a fair spot for it. Minus drum gun. All right, we got another super OP plus. This thing was ridiculous. Had the highest DPS in the game. Insane. Puts the Jules drum gun to shame. I don't even see the Jules drum gun on this list, which is probably good. I've been terrorized by some of the best control players in the world with this thing. I've gone against Sway, Unknown Army. Dang, bro. Like, should we put it in the plus? I don't know. We might have to, because this thing was definitely better than the drum gun. I'm looking to see if anything else would be in the plus. I think Goldfish probably. Yeah. I think OP plus is fine for now. Again, Sky's Assault Rifle, OP plus. Very easy. It was just a Scar on roids. It was really strong. Loved it. Honestly, I loved it. It was super OP. Very consistent, very reliable, did a lot of damage. What is this? Dude, I don't remember this, but I'm just gonna put it in useless. Heavy shotgun. I remember people were kind of obsessed with this when it first came out, but in reality, this thing shot so slow. Like, it was a really awkward gun to use. It was like shooting in between tack and pump. But it had range. It was like the first gun to have range. This gun is like a creative gun. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it back. I think it really is just an average gun. It was so hard to aim with this thing because of how tight the reticle was, and it just didn't do the damage that you would think it would do. The bolt action sniper rifle is just a great gun. It's been in the game since the beginning. Very reliable. It does 100 plus to the body, and it does 200 plus to the head. You can't ask more consistency in a gun, and it's been there from the beginning. Bolt action sniper rifle, great gun. Reliable, consistent, does what it does. This guy, oh man, I mean, I don't know. It was just a bad gun, bro. I've had so many bad memories of this thing, even with first shot accuracy. Like, it shot slow, it was inaccurate. A lot of lost fights. It deserves to be here with the lost. Like, they deserve to be next to each other. Oh my god, Thanos, superpower plus, especially on the first day, bro. I can't believe people complained that Thanos was OP. Obviously, this dude has 6 Infinity Stones. He's supposed to be overpowered. They nerfed him after the first day because he was too strong. Bro, that was the best game mode ever. I hate that they nerfed it, but even after the nerf, he was still super OP plus. Okay, scoped AR. Once they made a hit scan and it was accurate, because I remember it used to be like busted up. I think it's just above average gun. I would love to see the scoped AR being used in today's day and age. It was good, man. It was good because it was reliable. The bullets went exactly where you're aiming. I'd say above average. Maybe not in solos, but more so in like in team-based modes. If you had somebody sitting back with this thing, you could just pepper them nades, they became really, really powerful. I honestly think that they should be in the great category. They're great. Because, well, you know, if you watch my nade tutorial video, you can use these like sniper rifles. You see somebody boxed up, Kobe, triple nade, they're done, right? Great. Rocket launcher, OP. They've been OP from the beginning. They're still OP, but at least now they're rare to find, which is great. So, OP, I don't want them nerfed. They deserve to be the way they are. Grenade launcher, OP. I miss these bad boys, but also I don't miss them because I've had a lot of losses because of them. Eventually, people started getting good with the grenade launcher as well. If you were at a certain distance, they would explode immediately above people's heads. You could double nade launcher, OP, very easy. Guided missile launcher, man, the trick shots with this thing were so fun. Scouting with it was fun. It was a above average gun. Really, it was like the most fun launcher I've ever used. Just being able to jump up and
Bro.
use it as a like rocket around yourself in solos was really, really, really fun. But against like really good opponents, it wasn't the greatest thing. So I'm just gonna put it in the above average. It goes up a couple points because of how fun it was to use. LMG, dang dude, 100 bullets. You guys remember the ninja clip from the Friday Fortnite? This thing was OP. This thing was definitely OP, and it was somewhat accurate. Did a lot of damage, shot really fast. Definitely OP. Harpoon, just average. You know, it has uses beyond killing people. Nothing crazy. I don't gotta. This is trash. All the crossbows were trash. Hunting rifle, above average. Above average. Just a solid gun to use. Infantry, the normal infantry. This is not the gold and purple. It was not a great gun. Honestly, it was an average gun because you had like what 8 bullets and they weren't all very accurate like the purple and gold. Pump shotgun, great gun. I miss you. I miss the pump. I wish it's back. It's gone through a lot of different versions. It used to be very strong in the beginning. The gray pump used to do like 200 damage to the head, and then it eventually started doing 140 or something like it. It was good. It got bad. It got good again. It's gone through a lot. I think it's just a great gun. Well, let me think. The last we saw of it, the blue pump did 180 to the face. We probably just have to put that in the above average category. We'll put the purple and gold pump in the gray category. I don't think it's OP. I think it's fine the way it was. And honestly, I'm gonna move the nades up to OP because they were just average. But once people start knowing how to use them, the top players, these things, especially competitive, are super, super strong. A lot of team wipes. This thing was OP. Maybe not in pubs, but in competitive games, in arena, in tournaments, so many kills were gotten for this thing. You just threw it under a stack of people and just boom, instant 200 damage on everybody. It was OP. It's not OP plus because you could avoid it in most situations in pubs, but in stack tournaments where everybody's like next to each other, this thing was OP for sure. Lightsabers, I think they're just above average. I like they were really good for farming, and they're really good for killing bots against good players.
Who has live TV?
Killing bots against good players, they weren't the strongest, but useless. They were really OP and obnoxious in the beginning. I hated the fact that there was like a shield of armor on the person who was on the turret. You couldn't even headshot them, bro. You couldn't shoot back. It was just, I don't know what they were thinking, man. We've seen them being used actually in tournaments, even after the nerf. Just to like edit open a window and put the turret and just spray people in boxes. I'll just say they're just average. Honestly, I'll just say they're average. This guy, like the revolver, it was like a weak version of the Deagle. It was like a faster Deagle, but it was just a weird gun to use. Honestly, just average. Average. Gold, purple pistol, average. AK. Wait, I don't know, this is basically this is like the green. So this is the purple gold AK. This is the green bad gun. The AKs are bad. Proximity launcher. OP. They were kind of OP, man. You just shot them above a ramp. Someone who's high, you get free damage. Proximity mines, useless, man. Honestly, useless. There were some uses for them initially, but like, I've got like 2 kills with these things. Like this, it's just too slow. Makes a lot of noise. There's a light. People avoided these pretty quickly. Quad launcher, OP, just very OP. Traps. When they got vaulted, they did 150 damage. Instantly, 150 plus. They were instant place, like, they were fast, they were OP. If they ever come back, they gotta reduce the damage a little bit and then maybe make it to where they deactivate if you eliminate the person who put them down. Rapid Fire SMG! I would put these in OP++, but that's a little biased. The Rapid Fire is just overpowered plus. The purple and gold Rapid Fire is just overpowered plus. I don't want to hear it. You know, people think that these things are just average, but this is the best gun in the game. I don't want to hear it. These were bad. I hated getting these off spawn. Holy crap. This was average. The tactical SMG was OP. This thing was like the rapid fire, but with like 40 bullets or 35 harmony it had. Useless. Pistol. Bad. These were bad. Stink bombs. OP. You had a stack of 6 stinks, you basically killed whoever you wanted to kill, doesn't matter who they are. Scopes, like semi-auto, like, I don't know, like, this thing, no, this is like the new semi-auto. Bad. No, honestly, it's a trash can. Speed round, flintlock pistol, great gun. Great for mobility, great for damage. It was balanced because you had shot 1 bullet, then you had to reload. I loved it, I missed it. It was cool for trick shots. Normal minigun, OP. Silence pistol, above average. I don't want to say it's average. No, it's average. It's average. Charge shotgun, the green version, and the gray version, and the blue version are bad. The purple and gold are above average, and the mythic is great. With all that being said, we're just gonna put in the average category. So I think average. I think average is just fine. I don't want to say bad, because in the current state, the attacks are so bad that you kind of need to use a charge shotgun sometimes. Kit charge shotgun is just a great gun. The kit charge shotgun is what all the gold charge shotguns should be like, because it does the 153 body shot damage. It's got 5 bullets, pretty accurate. Does a lot of damage even just on tap. So the kit charge shotgun is a great gun. It's not even OP, which is kind of crazy. It's a mythic gun. It's not OP. It really is just what all the gold and purple charge shotgun should be like, but they're not. Scope pistol, average gun. I've seen some good clips of it from Tifu and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, in reality, against most players, it was a very average gun. Yeah, I don't even think it's fair to put it in average. I think it was just a bad gun. The snowball launcher, it's just gonna be, like, it's kind of similar to the normal grenade launchers, OP. Firefly jar is useless. I'm sorry. I try to make them work. They were useless. They really were. They just don't do enough damage on impact. Like 40 damage on impact is not enough, and then it takes so long for the fire to go off and actually start being a problem. The scout sniper rifle was above average. Not the greatest gun to use in like as a normal sniper, because it didn't even do one-shot headshot. At least I don't think it did, or maybe it did. I'm not sure. Maybe it did. Point is, it was really useful in scrims and in competitive lobbies, which is why it's not going to be like that. It's above average. Pickaxe, OP++. Okay, I'm sorry we gotta put this in. Thermal scoped AR. Honestly, this thing did a lot of damage. It was a little slower. scope. We're for the normal scope. I think it's gonna be among the normal scope. It's just a shame that there's no smoke bombs in Fortnite. Like if there were smoke bombs and you used it with smoke bombs, apparently this did one shot to the head. It just did like 80 moves to the body. It was still, I think above average is fair for the thermal. This is the purple and gold hunting rifle. It's great. We put the normal hunting rifle in the average category, I believe. The purple and gold, because they're super accurate, you can no scope with them. I mean, it's just a great gun. Jules drum gun, it's just gotta be average, man. It's a mythic drum gun. It just doesn't live up to the hype of the Midas. It's worse than P90. It's worse than a rapid fire. It's worse. It's just bad. The AUG, I think it's a great gun as well. It's not OP or anything. It's just a gold AUG. It's a mythic version. But with the changes to the AUG and how accurate it is, it does some decent damage. I like it. The Storm Flipper, oh my god. This thing was OP. Especially in scrims. This thing was just, gave me a headache, bro. It gave me a headache, really. And that about wraps it up. The silent sniper rifle, we're gonna put that in the above average category. It's worse than the normal bolt action. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty comfortable with this. I don't want to put the Midas drum gun in the super OP++. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna scroll through this real slow so you guys can take a look one last time. If you guys have a different idea of what guns should have been where, leave that in the comments down below. Go ahead and tear each other up in the comments, fight over it. I don't care. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and creator code CyberPeaking item shop. I'll see you guys next time.
Box like a flopper. Really, dog. Bro, like 50. Come on, man. Why do people always have to be toxic? What do you want? No. Close to midnight, looking in the dark, light. Yeah, no. I feel way better. No way.
He just floated me like fucking joking. Bang. Hey, please principal ada chat. Aku dah tahu ni ada something. Hey, chill out, lad. Oh my god. You better chill the fuck out before you're gonna get killed, lad. Get fucking shot on.
Alright.